I still have some vehicle med bags hanging on the wall. What you see here is surely not how many we actually own. Inventory will be correct though. If it will allow you to order it, it will ship to you Monday morning. I'm sure that a lot of these have sold over the weekend. I haven't looked at inventory, but I see multicam, I see black, I see Typhon, and I see one in red there. So if it will allow you to order it, then you will it will ship Monday. I see a couple Arid tool bags. I suspect those are probably sold out. I see some multicam lever gun chest rigs. I see Arid black day packs. I see some Typhons back there. Multicam black AKM form micros. Woodland AKM form micros. I see a lonely, maybe two, I guess three aprons up there, tool aprons. So if you want any of that stuff, jump on, order it. It will ship to you Monday morning. If it won't let you order it, it is sold out. Multicam black tear off med pouches, same deal. Typhon red thread tear off med pouches, same deal. We have plenty of tourniquet pouches. These will hold the these will hold the cats and soft tees. And then we've got med pull-out trays also. These will fit any place. You can put 2 or 3 rifle mags, organize your medical stuff into an existing magazine pouch. Behind enemy lines. Peter, what's up? Jason, what's going on? JT, how are you? Big O, what's up? Everybody have a great weekend. You have some good shit to show for it. Amy, what's up? What's up? Did you comment about the Jeep truck? Was that you? Slim Perkins. Chuck Peoples, what's going on, man? How are you? Caswell, how are you? Durando. Diamond, what's going on, man? Alu cab. I saw an I saw 2 Alu cab caps. One on a Chevy Colorado today. Love those things, man. Love them things. Okay, maybe we're back online. I don't know why it died. Freeze-dried pineapple.
More pineapple.
Tons. We have a lot of pineapple. Lots of pineapples. And we're loading up. Ooh, mosquito. We are loading up the dehydrator right there. God, it smells good. Here's some this is not basil. This is, what is this, oregano? My mom's cancer is getting, sorry to hear that, buddy. Starting to give up, and I'm having a hard time. I bet you are, man. I bet you are. Potato. I saw you had 6 pounds of potatoes. 6 pounds. That seems low. How many plants was that? Order some stuff from your website. No gummies for sale. Do you have to be there in person? No, we should have gummies. People order them all the time. It's open inventory. Like, there's definitely gummies for sale. Can somebody check the website real fast and tell me what you guys see? Gummies availability. Those should be wide open. We buy those things. You know, there's 5,000 pounds of them on a pallet. Byron Roberts, Fraser, what's up? I couldn't find them. Yeah, there's a search bar top right on every page. So if you're on your phone, you might have to actually scroll over. You might not see it right away. Multicam black, red grocery bags. Man, those are nice. And then over here, and I suspect these probably didn't make it online yet. Multicam black, royal blue thread, large clothes bags. Aurora rings. Sondag, what's up? Some type of Molle rifle holder to use with my seat covers in my truck. Danny Melton. Check out Grayman Tactical. Grayman Tactical, yeah. They do plastic Molle panels, and they have rifle holders that mount on there. If you want something a little more robust, check out Rego Manufacturing, and they do a metal panel. And the people over at Rego are awesome. I own some Rego panels. I own quite a bit of Rego product, actually, throughout the trucks. And I also have some Gray Man panels. Pleased with both of them. Got a shirt order put in today. Thank you for your order, man. Caswell, gummies are open. Right on. Iridium, what's up? Okay, guys, I've got 39 online. I need you to hit that thumbs up button. Just hit the backspace, and that'll take you out of comments. Hit that thumbs up. There's only 24 on there, and I'm showing 40 online. That number on the right should always be higher than the number on the left, because half of those 24, they came on to be at the beginning, and they've already left. So you guys do your free part, the easiest part, and then type out some questions, comments, whatever, and we will have some dialogue and conversation. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I definitely have plenty of stuff I can do at 9:30 on a Saturday night, but I'm hanging out with you guys, so let's do this if we're gonna do it. Jumped into the Thunderdome. Just dropping by to leave comment, thumbs up. Exodus, thank you, man. Thank you. Trying to catch up on YouTube Live a lot more. Tim, thanks, man. First live stream participating in after finding you from Nicole's Tuesday live episodes. You are very inspiring, and this is coming from someone who is a licensed therapist. Right on, right on. I just say shit. So I make a video at 4:30 every morning. Sometimes I don't even post them. If the internet's up or Facebook's, I'm just like, fuck it. I have shit to do. And I really do get stuck on the phone a lot. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make this post and I'm gonna cut this video and I'm gonna speed it up so it fits. And like the other morning I got up and went to load the video, and Instagram, all of a sudden you can't load a video that's beyond 90 seconds in Reels. And everything they're pushing for propagation is Reels. Whereas typically I could load a 10, 14-minute video, place the first 90 seconds, and then the rest you have to click the link to go, and it takes you to the page and you see the rest of the video. Well, they changed all their shit. So an hour into fucking with this, finally I'm just like, fuck it. But I make those videos in the morning saying stuff that if somebody else made those videos and I could get up at 5, 6 in the morning and there'd be a video waiting for me, I would just watch their videos. But they're not there. They're just not, they're not there. So I make the videos saying the things I need to say. And people take issue with them. They're like, man, I'm tired of this guy saying this stuff from, he says I'm fat or whatever he says, right? I am speaking more to me than anybody else, but people get offended by it because it matches them, right? So they automatically assume, even though I didn't say you or they, I say me. And I just keep saying that shit, and I think it also pushes weaker people away from me. So, you know exactly what you're getting, right? Known commodity. So if you're going to mess around, you're going to come to one of my events, you're going to come to where I am, you're going to view my content, you know what you're getting all the time. You might love me all the time. One day I'm going to say something that hurts your feelings or offends you or angers you or that you even, you disagree with, right? But you're going to know at the end of that interaction, you're going to know exactly what I thought. Because while we are all here, this is my social media, right? This is my company. I'm 50 years old. I've literally been doing this for 35 years, since before the internet. So thank you for those words, man. I appreciate it. My father is a therapist, also has a private practice in Sedona. Prior to that, he was an officer in the Navy, also psychologist there. Worked with death row inmates, San Quentin. He's held a lot of different positions through the years. Hypothermia video. I saw the video go up. I have not watched that yet. Chris Watkins, what's up, man? People love to hate. Yeah, I don't even know that it's hate. Like, it's really is baffling. It really is baffling because if you see these guys, and on social media, a lot of times you can click their name and see other posts they've also made, and it's typically a trend, right? It's not just towards you. It's not just towards me. It's that person everywhere, right? So imagine how his life is in real life, what a wreck it is. I want to give a really nice bottle of bourbon as a gift. I don't know bourbon, any recommendations. So LW, I'm sure some guys will jump on here and tell you the answer, but I don't know. But I can tell you Austin, who you see comment on a lot of the videos, and he'll probably come back and actually answer you. Austin is a bourbon and whiskey aficionado. Like he knows all of that shit. Bullet bourbon. It's total unhappiness interdiscon. Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. Got my late garden started. Right on. Right on. My garden is back to life. I was looking at the Rego site. I bought a new Tacoma. Nice, man. Nice. I can't say enough good things about the people at Rego. Melissa, awesome. Her husband, I don't really know him. Prior service dude. I know they're always just constantly new product. And I've ordered several things from them. I have their gear rack in the 4Runner. I'm going to switch out. I actually have Molle panels on the outside rear windows on the 4Runner. We're actually going to take those off and put Regos on. I like Regos much better. They're bigger. Here's a Rego seat panel, as a matter of fact, right here. Tennessee sour mash. Fall garden planted. Awesome, Amy. Yeah, awesome. How many beds is that, or what does that look like? Jack Daniels is Mama's Milk. Bourbon Larkeny. Southern Blend. I like, and I know you guys are gonna laugh, I like American Honey, right? I like a sweet. I'll take, and what's the shit with the red wax on the top? What is that called? It's I know fucking Jacob drinks that shit, likes it. I take that and mix it with American Honey with a couple ice cubes. Maker's Mark, that's it. Maker's Mark. Hey, who is Foddertail? Somebody named Foddertail keeps messaging and talking to me, and I don't know who it is. I feel like it's one of you guys. Got my late peas and carrots planted. So I haven't planted carrots, but you know what happened? I had carrots in the beds for 2 years. They went to seed, and now I have fucking thousands of carrots growing. I'm just going to let them go and see what they do. They self-seeded. And I always hear people talk about how hard it is to germinate carrots. I put carrots in a row and beets in a row, and I go every other one. And I've always had more than I could possibly use. Ooh, I've never seen this light up green before. I've always seen it blue. Rip Van Winkle just started pickles. Awesome. Only have 1/4 acre, 1 raised bed, and then just ground gardening. Awesome. Awesome. It's not just. Now, that's how you started. So go get a couple 5-gallon buckets, or even you can take cardboard boxes even, and it'll get you through a season, right? Just one more, right? And you're still doing more than 99% of the population is doing. Texas Honey Granddad has bees on the farm between Honey Grove, Texas, and Roxton. Right on. Woodford, yeah, Woodford's reserves. What are the allocations, right? I got friends that buy allocations. They, each area or zip code only gets so many bottles. Allocations. So this guy, and I feel like this is not, I know they just released a bunch of brand new stuff. They announced it yesterday. I feel like this is not the brand new one, but we're going to use this to cut down comfrey and stuff on the swales to chop and drop. Feed bag, yeah, feed bags, absolutely. Most dog food bags now are fiber bags. All your chicken feed, your rabbit feed, your scratch are like fiber bags. You can absolutely grow in those things. You most certainly can. You can grow in anything. Large freeze dryer in Friday. Son and I got set up to go. That's very cool, Scott. Awesome. Just ordered 100-watt solar panel, 100 amp hour battery with charge controller. Badass. Weller, somebody's saying Weller. Mark Termal, what's up, buddy? Carrots are horrible to germinate. Man, I've had such good luck with them. I better find some wood to knock on too, because I know I'm jinxing myself. So this is the kit that I ran today. We'll start. So I have this, right? And this is a battery, and I can run C to C's. I can run A to A's, and I can run 110 right there. So I can use a cube to a C or whatever. I used this today to recharge batteries. I ran, we had 8s. I had 9s with me. This is the drone. Here's the Hero 8. Here's more. Here's a cube. I have all my cables. Here's some 9s, and then I've got a triple also. All my cables over here. So just thinking about you saying you know just picked up a solar panel and stuff. So I've got the Sherpa, which is awesome. It's too big, like you're not putting it in a cargo pocket, but you could carry it, you know, in your tool bag or whatever in your truck. And then I've got these bigger, you know, packs here. And then I have solar panels that will jam all of these. I have the rice knife from Billy. It's awesome. Badass. Awesome. Great, Amy. Who had any luck growing broccoli without getting eaten? So I have broccoli still currently growing right now. I have it in the aquaponics system, and I have it in dirt. I have it in soil. But everything bolted. So it's cooling down now, and stuff's starting to grow again. Like all my okra is huge, real woody, but it's putting on new okra. All my jalapenos are putting on new jalapenos. So tomorrow I'm going to cut down a lot of the old and the bolted broccoli, and I'll just give it to the rabbits. And it'll come back. It'll start to come back, especially once it cools off. Had a customer I helped out gave me an EcoFlow. Right on. Good for you, Drive Strength. Good for you, man. If you were to start SOE from scratch, do you think it would be as successful today as the business it's been all these years? So Justin, you know, I always question that, right? When people ask me what to do, I have that question in my head because, like, I came home from prison with 3 years of probation, right? And almost 3 months of that, I had to live in the halfway house. So I was home 1 year and had already done right near $1 million in business and still had 3 part-time jobs. Like, I had to hold a part-time job not to be in the halfway house. So for like the first 6 months, I was working 80 hours at 3 different part-time jobs and still did $1 million in revenue. 960,000, I think, was the number. That's what I had to pay taxes on the first year I was home. So I don't know. I think so, though. I think so. Especially with social media the way it is right now, and I know way more now too, like multiple streams of income, right? If you can build an audience, and it's the 1,000, you can start with 100 and scale it up, but the 1,000 true fans, right? If you have 1,000 people that you give value to, or you give entertainment to, or you give education to, will they give you $5 per month, right? That's $5,000. That's more than most people make in a year in the United States. Crazy, right? So will they give you $5,000, right? Will they give you $5 a month? And if they will, how do you get them to give you $5 per week, right? So that's $20,000 per month, right? Totally doable. But you're not going to stop there. That's just your baseline. You can sell merchandise, which you're going to make money on. You can use Amazon affiliate links, which you're going to make a percentage of every sale. Everything that customer who clicks on your link, they don't have to buy what you're showing them. You just need them to click the link. And I don't try to conceal it. I tell them, hey, Amazon's evil. A lot of people, it's a necessary thing. So look at it as taking a couple percentage points away from Amazon and giving it to somebody that you actually care about. And if it's not me, if you watch me because you don't like me, I'm telling you that all the content creators, we all do this. So give it to somebody you like, right? Take it out of Amazon's pocket. So, I mean, you get 2% on that. 1 to 2%. So I see the orders. I see what's ordered. It doesn't attach a name though. So if you're ordering, butt plug and rubber dog wieners, like we don't know who ordered it. We just see that it was ordered. But I have customers, like I had a customer last sale period, which it shows me every 30 days. Like it shows me every day. It's a few days behind, but it pays out in 30-day increments. I had a customer that had ordered $54 worth of stuff off of Amazon. So I got like 2% off of it. Well, you get between 1 and 2% depending on the item, so it fluctuates. But it adds up, right? So you can get money in that manner. And then once you have eyeballs, you get affiliate links, right? So companies will reach out to you and be like, hey, I think we're a good fit. This is a product. I know that you will love it. Test it out. And if you like it, we'll give you an affiliate link. So like EMP Shield, for instance. I know those guys. I believe in them. I believe them. So it's a great mesh, right? If you use my affiliate link for Amazon, it gets you $50 off your order, and it also gives me some money. So it's a win-win. Well, John, how do you test for EMP? I don't believe them. Okay, no problem. So look at it like this. They will insure everything on that EMP shield for $25,000. So if your car gets struck by lightning, they will give you 25 grand. 25 grand. So you look at it as an insurance against lightning, if nothing else. But you can set up, and then once you build your audience, right? My friend Brandel, the dude that shoots video, when you start getting an audience, companies will send you equipment. So he has drone companies sending him drones just out of the blue, right? Hey, can we send you this? You can take that, test it, give an honest review, and then use it as a promotional giveaway to gain more followers or gain more loyalty or gain more trust from your viewers. So you don't even have to really at this point, you don't have to manufacture a product anymore. You just have to put time into your brand, and you should be your brand. You are the lead singer of your band. You are the poster boy. And if you're not, you need to become that. And if you don't have a company, you still are your personal brand. And you need to live in that manner and strive to increase and improve every day in some aspect. Everything in your life will change when you do. What a company tells you what they will do for you if something goes bad, that typically is a good indicator have real product. Not only that, Justin, like Underwriter Laboratories, Department of Energy, like they have a ton of paperwork. They have, like, there's a bunch of proof there. There's a bunch of proof. What does FTP stand for? It stands for whatever the fuck you want it to stand for. So let's start, you go first, and then I'll tell you. I would assume that the little turds that put it here probably meant fuck the police. But the funny thing is, every time somebody are you a cop? Are you a law enforcement officer? They're never a fucking cop. They'll tell you, I'm in law enforcement. That's code for I'm not a fucking cop. I can tell you that there's over 1,000 police officers that have taken pictures with me in front of that right there. I like free the people, fuck the procrastination, for the people, fuck the pussy, I don't know, free the pandas. Let it mean whatever you want it to mean. Found the place, I like it. EMP Shield's legit. But Iridium, what do you know about? What do you know about EMP? Tell us. Introduce yourself. Transfer protocol, free taco platters. Monica, what's up? How are you? I won't tell you what I do with them. I'm the guy buying all the rubber dog wieners. Wolfpack, I want to be friends with you. want to be friends with you. Hey there, John, at a bonfire saying hi. Man, you have a great night, Tay Jones. You have a great night, buddy. I got a roll, no worries. My friend was having issues with deer getting into her buckets of peppers and spices she was growing. I modified some wash buckets to make covers. She had them around the house, so no cost. Good for you. Right on, man. Right on. It always amazes me, people with deer problem. I have deer all over this fucking place. I live in a wildlife reserve. Literally. It runs behind the house, connects to the Wildlife Authority. Deer are on both sides of the property on game cameras 100 times a day. They never come on my property. Everything's fenced. We have fencing everywhere, and we have dogs. And the dogs kill anything that comes here that's not supposed. They kill possums, they kill raccoons, they kill, I mean, everything. We don't have any aerial predators. They run off eagles, they run off hawks, everything. Nothing, we have no predation problems at all. So dogs, we use fences to keep dogs in, and we use dogs to keep predators out. So luckily, we don't have anything happening with deer. But that's great you were able to do that for her. Fire the pedophiles, I like it. Could we get a little more violent? What can we use F with the pedophiles? I didn't realize how many tools I had until I just bought this new toolbox. Now that I've started moving my tools, think I'm going to get both my old top and bottom boxes. Right on. Got our first watermelon today, was delicious. Right on, Evan. I was out watering mine. I think I'm fucking up, right? Because I have like 10 I have 10 little watermelons on a vine. I should probably terminate 8 of those, right? And let it put the energy into 2. All my broccoli's gotten eaten by some bug. Weird. So are you going to start over again? Or do you have any life, right? Do you have any new nodules coming out of that broccoli? Take the damaged broccoli, cut it off, and get you some bug netting and just put it around there, right? And the bugs can't get to it. Just like cabbages, right? Moths get to the cabbages, right? You can totally, they make like clear or white bug netting. You can totally just put right around that stuff. Outside water in the garden, I believe FTP stands for fuck the potatoes. Fry the pedophile. Oh, I like Fry. Okay. Tactical, what's up, buddy? How are you? What are you doing?
Getting my sheets.
Getting my sheets. As a therapist, one of the biggest issues I'm seeing now in clients, especially the past few years, is existential issues, meaning in life, what gives you meaning in life. Dan, my theory with that is because too many people haven't had any real hardships. Things are so easy that they have time to try to, why am I here? What does this mean, right? They haven't had anything hard happen to them. They also don't have to really strive for anything. They've never come home and the water be shut off. They've never lived in the house for a month with no electricity because you had to pay the car payment instead of the electric payment so that you could still continue to go to work, right, while you support 2 or 3 children, right? They've never had any of those things happen, and we, at 50 years old, entertainment was, like, we had Atari and Nintendo, and we'd play it for a couple hours, but we would rather be outside. We would be on BMX bikes. We would get on our bicycles and ride so far out in the canyon to the old missile base or whatever, right? We would carry water in mason jars because that's all we had. Camelbacks didn't exist. And you would ride and ride and ride and ride and ride. And that's what we just wanted, to be outside constantly. We were in trouble for coming home late. Nowadays, kids don't go outside. They don't exert energy. They're not allowed to be, boys and little girls. They need to be molded, right? So they are constantly programmed at school, and if the programming's not working, they immediately want to put them on some kind of medication, some kind of chemical, right? So and I could be completely fucking wrong. I mean, you're the therapist, but I just feel like you're not fucking exerting energy in life enough, because if you were, you would be fucking tired and you wouldn't have time to worry about that shit. And I'm not the guy to ask about that shit for sure. People ask me my advice on things like that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not the dude for that, because my answer is fucking, slam your fucking finger in the door and your finger will swell up and you'll stop worrying about that other shit. When do you launch ticket sales for the pre-festival? Smart. I feel like that's on there now, ? I feel like that's there. We discussed it on Tuesday. I feel like it's probably already there. Man, it smells good in here. We have pineapple being freeze-dried and we have pineapple being dehydrated. But when you walk in here, it smells like a cake is baking. I don't identify the smell as pineapple. Do you have an inherent fear of business going slow or business going out? Yeah, so we can live in the scarcity mindset, or we can live in the mindset of just fucking continue to work, right? Are we not going to do things because we are in fear that we are not going to get materials? Or are we better off using our materials right now to just constantly blast out things that we know we can sell? If we truly believe that business is going to go down, if we truly believe food is going to be harder to get, if we truly believe, bad times are coming, should I tell you to spend your money to buy rice and beans? Or should I tell you to take your money and put it into something that will make you more money? And I don't mean like the stock market, right? I mean, take and scale your hobby business, your side hustle, whatever we want to call it. If you truly believe hard times are coming, and I really believe that no matter what you believe, you should take your money to make more money, right? Hustle, work, do what you need to do. Like our plan is, okay, what would stop us? If we can't get the materials we need, we will build it out of any materials we can get. When the first two Gulf Wars kicked off, the SEALs and Recon and all those dudes came in to buy gear, and all of the green gear and all the woodland camo gear was gone. They said, we don't care. We'll take black gear. We will spray paint it. The guys, when they need gear, they're going to buy what's available if it's not their preferred color, and whether it's their preferred color or not. So we're just going to build stuff, and we're going to keep building stuff. Now, what would stop us? If they shut down shipping, right? If they shut down the mail service, if they closed a border, if the electricity went off, that would stop us from making gear, right? So the income stops from there. So what do? I've already put greenhouses in. I've already bought commercial poultry processing, right? I have 200 chickens up the hill. I keep meat on the hoof. We are constantly have upcoming small birds, so we can make protein that we can trade. We can get eggs that we can trade. We can grow greens that we can trade. We can grow vegetables that we can trade. And I can also, these guys who have moved here from other states, I can continue to employ them. The compensation might change, as in maybe cash is no longer king, right? But there will still be a place, and I will still have a position for them. My ladies, I believe over half of them would show up to work, and we would be working outside or doing something, turning something that we can produce into something else, right? Others probably would go and just do whatever they're going to do, right? I don't know what that would be. But we will still continue to run. We spent the last 3 years making it so that we could keep, we could live people here if we had to. We could live comfortably here with or without electricity, right? I want to live with all the amenities and technologies, but if that gets turned off, we're still good. Cranking machines by hand, yeah. Scale your business. Certain people will always have money. That's absolutely right, Diamond. During the Civil War, during the Great Depression, tons and tons of millionaires made. right? Some of them had capital to start with. Some of them just identified a need and just push through. It's mindset more than anything. Like if you're not able to make money, it's because you're thinking about other things. Scrap fabric can turn into blankets and rugs. Absolutely, they can. Any chance Scully be back on the SOE compound? So Scully's taking care of his mother, who is older in age and has some issues. I believe his wife's mother is also with them or near. Jeff's retired. He's got animals. He's got a small ranch. He's got 17 acres. I talk to Jeff several times a week. I doubt you will see Jeff back here. Got rich and Great Depression. Absolutely they did, man. Absolutely did. Pina colada cake. Fucking spell check. Let's try again. Just got the freeze dryer up and running. Nice. Beautiful, man. Dry strength, that's funny, right? How sweet is the freeze-dried pineapple? It's sweet. It's sweet. I haven't tried it yet. I'm 2 hours. I'm probably an hour away from pulling it. It'll be like eating chalk pineapple. It always smells like donut glaze when you walk through those doors. Always. Cryptidville, man. Awesome to meet you as well. Awesome to meet you. Good to see you. I'm 52 years old and we're off from school. We got thrown out the house till dinner. So we did too. We just left, right? We left the house. We always had babysitters, right? I always had a babysitter and she would kick us out the house because she was a whore, right? And we would run them off pretty fast, about as fast as mom would hire a babysitter. They wouldn't last very long. The only ones that last were like really kind of mean old women, old ladies, right? Because their boyfriends weren't over there banging them on my mom's couch. Freeze-dried pineapple is like crack. I can see Scully working around his ranch in Marpat. Oh, absolutely. I bet he does. I bet he does. The way you collaborated with Strider Knives, have you ever thought about doing something with Jaeger or with Tactical Response as far as a Riverback? No, they stopped selling gear. They stopped selling gear. And my thing right now is when I do a Strider knife, when I do a collaboration with Strider, Strider makes the knife. They put all of our artwork on it. They make it ours, and I pay them, and then I sell them, and there's a big profit to be made. Tactical Response stopped selling gear. The first 3 years I moved here, we only sold gear through Tactical Response. I had 0 dealers. As a matter of fact, when you emailed me to order something, I would tell you, hey, we are not taking individual orders. Please see our stocking dealer Tactical Response. And they have over $1 million of inventory on any given day. So we pushed all of our business, but they stopped selling gear. We started selling gear again, and I sell everything we make. I had 52 US dealers, 63 international dealers. I turned all of them off 7 years ago. We sell everything direct to consumer, and we just keep that margin. We have people all the time hit us up to make OEM product, right? Colt Firearms wants us to build stuff. Barrett wants us to build stuff. Viking Tactics, Kyle Lamb's company, wanted us to build slings for them. We get every day, hey, can you build this? Will you build this? Can I do a collaboration? We don't collaborate. I signed 0 NDAs. Every time somebody has some idea for a new piece of gear, and they're like, will you sign an NDA? I'm like, absolutely, we will not. So they tell us anyways, and I walk over to one of these super kit bags, and there's about 20 of them, and I pull out the thing that they thought they invented that we have already made. The market wasn't ready for it, or the market didn't want it. Typically, when a dude's like, hey, you should make this thing, you're the only one that wants it, and it doesn't exist because nobody else fucking wants it. That's almost always how it is. So no, I can't collaborate on this product. I own 52 sewing machines. I'm lucky to have 12 people here on a good day. I do not have the bodies to be able to do. There's 0 margin on any of it. We retain all profits. Thanks for the video, John. Figured out the membership. Brian, great man. Thank you for the perseverance. we're always outside from daylight to sunset, more fun than the law would allow. So we got chased by SWAT team. They sent out the we were playing BB gun wars, right? So you see some cops coming in to the canyon. We had these canyons that would attach to other canyons, and then eventually they would hit a military base, what used to be called Camp Elliott, right? It's where they trained for World War II. There was a Nike missile base out there, 3 stories underground. There was all kinds of shit. So we actually evaded the police. It started as 2 patrol officers who were PRT, primary response team, which falls under SWAT, but they're not like assaulters, right? They ended up calling the SWAT team, chased us for about 6 hours. We were evading them. We just thought we bailed on 2 cops. We're down playing BB gun wars. We didn't realize they had a full manhunt out after us, and they finally got the helicopter out there. So like we're hiding from the helicopter. And finally, I just came up out of the canyon, a couple of us, and there was cops there. And they're like, hey, come here, kid. We've been looking for you guys for a long time, right? Well, another dude, it took him 4 more hours to find Troy. That happened twice. That was long before paintball guns and stuff. And like we were always in some silly trouble, but not like real stuff. Like and usually like we didn't even realize it was happening. Like they weren't out there with bullhorns. The helicopter wasn't announcing, "Hey, we're come up to the street." Like they didn't say anything. Thanks for all the videos. Figured out membership. Okay, right on. LW, I just got on here, but heard you asked about whiskey. How much do you want to spend? Right on. Moringa tree. So I don't know anything about it. I couldn't identify it, but I sure do hear people speak very favorably about it. I would just start with Google. I don't know what it even, I think it's kind of like a custard or something. It has a fruit on it. When you open it, it tastes kind of like a custard. I could be completely wrong about that. What did that say? Scale your business. Certain people will always have money. Yeah. And then decide too, right? So we were at several antique stores today. First, we went to the cryptid dogman thing, right? And dogman is like skinwalker. Black folks call it something else. Native Americans call it skinwalkers, shapeshifters, werewolves, right? It has different terms in different cultures. So we were at that thing today, and I met a couple podcasts. I went to, because my friend William was here in town from North Carolina. And he's very good friends with some guys that have the largest podcast in this genre, right? So I went to meet the podcast guys and see William. And we hung out for a few hours, checked it out. And then we took off and we went and hit a bunch of antique stores. We went up into Kentucky. But there's a dude there who's making these resin tables, right? We've all seen them, these river tables and stuff. And he's got a cool one. It's like a piece of wood, clear epoxy piece of wood. The clear epoxy has bullets all through it, right? Neat. And I said, hey, check that out. I go, that's neat. I go, I'm not buying it. Just see how much he's charging for it. She's like, $125. I go, that's not fucking nearly enough. But it's the market, right? In that market, in impoverished Kentucky, and there was a lot in his booth. There wasn't even one missing. So he's either there replenishing or nobody's buying them. People aren't buying $125 end tables right now, because you're selling to an impoverished market, right? You have a captive audience, but if you could flat pack that thing and use some legs that you could pack it and ship it, people with money, you could easily sell that table. I think we could get $400, $450, and I would do some market research, right? Perception of value. Mission Knives made a knife called the MPK. It was a titanium, low mu, non-magnetic signature knife. Terrible knife for a knife. The serrations, we had cut through a dead duck, right? Rich cut through this dead duck, and it bent the serrated teeth on the titanium blade. But people wanted them because the SEALs and the EOD guys had them, because it wouldn't set off a mine because it's a low magnetic signature. So they were selling these things for $199. Nobody was buying them. They hire this company that does market research for like Coca-Cola and shit. I think it was like $60,000 they hired this company for. And the market research came back and said, you either have to lower your price to $99.95 or you have to raise your price to $295. So they raised the price. They did more money, they did more sales in the next 30 days than they had done in the last 24 months. by raising the price. It's perception of value, right? So you need to decide who your customer is. Do you want to sell to poor people or do you want to sell to rich people? Because there's plenty of both, at least for your customers, right? Poor people, you don't have as many customers. You will find that when you are dealing with people with money, you will have a lot more customers for your product if you have a good product. You're like, well, I'm going to do both. You're really not, because you can stay full time, full capacity selling to people with more money. So decide who you want to be. Since gear was brought up, I really need some visor covers. Brawl Dog, I don't have any visor covers. Send an email. Tell me what color you want. I will print that. And one day, I will send you a message the day we build them and go, hey, we just built these. And you'll have about an hour to go buy them before we tell the rest of the world that we have them. Now, if you're asking for some weird color or something, you probably won't even get an email back. They won't happen. I can take every single stitch that my employees can lay down when we build it every day and sell that shit every single day. So when we run things, we run a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen. But if you're asking for like gray with blue thread, custom order. We do custom orders here and there. They cost 3 times retail. So your visor cover that costs $65, $75, you want some weird shit to match whatever it is you're the only one that wants, we'll build it for you. 3x it, that's the cost. And I know a lot of people listening are like, that's silly. When I open up a custom gear thread, and you can see them, I never delete posts from social media. Every post I've done for a custom gear thread is on Facebook still to this day. And I'm looking for 12 orders. And when I open it up, I usually get about 100 requests, and I usually pick about 24 of them in a 30-minute period, and then we lock it down. Now, you get priority because you're paying so much money. I put a couple different people on those projects. You get that, typically you get them much faster. And we only do big stuff. So like when a dude's like, I want a custom wallet, we're never gonna do it. We're never gonna do a custom order that's under 500 bucks. So order a couple bags or whatever, and then we'll let you tack on a few small items in your special color. And I know, it's like, I'm not doing that, I understand. For every dude that's grumbling, there's 1,000 dudes silently. I could literally stop building all my shit and only do that custom stuff. We're not far from it. The time will very soon come when you type in special operations equipment, SOE tactical gear, original, any of my websites, they won't be there for you. They will be membership invitation only, and we will only take new clients by referral of existing. Like we don't need, like I don't need the frustration. That's my business model. And I make a ton more money now, and the profit margins are higher than they were 3 years ago. Since gear was brought, okay, we read that. John, any super kit bags on the horizon? I don't have any ordered. We're building the Ultra Maga super kit bags. I've got 4 or 5 batches cut. Ed, I have your 2. They will ship out this week. And then the others, we just did the sew. We built the sew samples, and then production just ran a few, I think on Thursday, and then cutting cut 3 or 4 batches of them Friday. I needed my car detailed. Asked a guy in the neighborhood who was known to detail cars for a living. He said he would do it for 20 bucks. Because of the low quote, it told me he didn't value his own work. Jason S., I just had this conversation yesterday, right? Little blonde girl posts up in a bunch of the local groups. Hey, I do auto detailing. I just moved here from Miami. I do auto detailing. I do pressure washing. She named off a few things, right? I saw a few of her posts, and I saw a couple people like PM sent, and then I saw her post again the next day. And I'm like, I have a bunch of shit I need cleaned up, right? So I hit her up, and I'm like, hey, the first question is, can you come here and do them, or do you have to take them? Because I don't have time for you to take my vehicles, and I'm definitely not giving my vehicles to people I don't know. So you have to come here and do them. I have hot water over here on tap. I have cold water over here. I have like pressurized air. You can come in here with air on. We can come in here at any temperature. We'll move some stuff over. But the real thing is, right, what I'm looking for when I told her all this, I'm looking for We bring our own water. We have our own pressure washers. I use hydrostatic water, right? I use treated water, and then we blow your car dry so there's no spots, right? I'm looking for, because she said detail, right? I'm like, what are your package levels? She's like, we do a detail and we do a deep clean. I said, what's the difference? She said, the deep clean, we shampoo your carpets and seats. Well, I have leather seats, don't need them shampooed. My trucks don't need shampooed in the carpets, right? So that, I said, a lot of people say detail and then they show up with a 5-gallon bucket and a sponge. That's not detail. She's like, absolutely not. She goes, so I said, we're going to start with these 2 trucks. And I sent her a photo of a line of cars, trucks, and SUVs, right? Side by sides and shit. She's like, I can come, we can knock them all out in a day. I'm going to bring 3 employees. Is that okay? I go, let's do you first before you bring any employees here. I said, I had a dude doing them, and he would constantly show up with different employees, and the reason we stopped using them was because of the employees. I would be up there doing cardio, and I'd look down here, and one of these guys is fucking around on my gym equipment, or fucking around with a motorcycle, or looking around, right? Your dudes are pretty fucking methy. People come in here all the time, they're like, we didn't know this was here. I'm like, yeah, that keeps us having to fucking disappear your ass when we find you here at night, right? So we just stopped using them. So she's coming Tuesday, and we're gonna have her do the 2 new trucks, the cleanest, see how she does, and if she's awesome, then I'll have her come out here every fucking 3 weeks and detail everything. But that's just a question, right? And she charges $200 a vehicle. That's the price, $200. So the question is, okay, now that you've done these, you've waxed them out, everything's done, what's the maintenance cost, right? If we have you come every 3 weeks, what's the cost then just to come out and wash these things and then wax them every 90 days or whatever wax is supposed to be done? See, I'm looking for auto detail. I'm not looking for Walmart chemicals and a fucking bucket with a sponge. Miss the old green gear with black tape. We still do some of that. Billy Magnum, what up? I needed my car detail. We read that. It's no fun anymore for kids. Too many rules. My kid was brought home by a cop. They said can no longer have airsoft guns in public. No long knives. I get it, Tom. I get it, man. I have enough property here that my kids can play airsoft here. Like living here in the country, I wouldn't want my kids carrying airsoft guns around, right? They look too real. So be really good at concealing. I guess be really good at concealing. Don't do stupid shit. There is plenty of places here, and we have plenty of farmers with private property that will let you do that, right? I have a group of friends. There's probably 50 of them. They all meet and play paintball, but it doesn't look like paintball. Like the paintball guns look like MP5s and M4s and shit, and they're wearing full kit, right? They're wearing SOE gear and shit. But I have enough property here that I can run around and shoot the kids with airsoft guns and be dead tired, right? We could literally just leave this property and move 5 hours in a single direction and not have to worry about law enforcement contact. We left the city. We don't have those problems here. When it snows here, people don't go to work typically, and you'll have literally 100 razors rolling around Court Square and going to Walmart. There's people that drive side-by-sides to work as their vehicles here. Like, it's a great place to live. Working on projects, setting out layout for paint. Badass, man. Upgrade membership to Thunderdome. Byron, thank you, buddy. Great Wolf, what's up? Thanks for the upgrade. For you guys that don't know what we're talking about, we have a membership. The membership is $1, and it gives you notifications better, and we put out 2 private videos every week. One of which is you guys ask questions, and then we go through and answer it in detail, and I answer it. It's a private video, so I answer it probably a little more detail and more real. I can say shit that I don't normally say because it is a private video. So you get that. And then we also do like behind the scenes, the conversations we cut out, the actual communication between myself and everybody that's here. And then a lot of like history, right, of the company, history of my life, history of their life, my son's life, Amanda. So you get a little insight, right? And that's what you get for $1. And then the second level, which we only have 2 levels, which we just implemented yesterday, for $5 a month, you get that plus when you leave a comment, when you ask a question for the question video, you put in your t-shirt size and your last order number. And we will pick the good comment, the best comment, or several comments, whatever we decide to do on that individual one. And we will send t-shirts out as well as other merchandise. It will be worth your time doing it, unless you're just an asshole and you're like, hey, my question is, you know, whatever, right? But if you participate, we will reward you. And we ask the t-shirt size so that if we do send you a t-shirt, we don't have to communicate with you. We ask the invoice number so that we can just look you up and send it to your last order address. Because on YouTube, I don't have any way to get in touch with you. There's no private messaging. And if I tell you to email me, 5 other assholes will email saying they're you and give me their address, right? So this is the way to verify it without having to do a lot of legwork. So $5. You're gonna give me $5 per month, and that's what you have access to. And then we will eventually implement a 3rd, 4th, 5th level. I think that we're gonna do some kind of mentorship program or some kind of private video once a week where we just go live. And every mentorship program I'm in, every private video group that I'm in, they are really right on that 1 hour thing. If the conversation's good, as you guys know, we'll go 90 minutes, 2 hours, as long as it's adding real value. So at a different level or a different group, right, we will do that. And we can discuss business or how to scale your business, or we can talk about things that we can't talk about public facing. Upgraded membership, Charlie Witt, thank you. Does it actually say Thunderdome? Is that why you guys are typing that out? Do your research, Justin. John just made a video about Camden living. You should watch. What did Justin say? A 2nd level membership. What the hell? How do I level up? Hey, I did have a guy message me on Instagram tonight, and he sent me a screenshot, and he said, what the fuck? He said, I subscribe to your membership. I have a membership, and it has unmembershipped me. Now, I don't know if he ran 30 days and didn't renew. We do show that one dude unsubscribed, and I don't even know how you do that, and then resubscribe. So I don't know if we're talking about the same person. We don't have all the details yet. So watch that, right? YouTube unsubscribes people from us all the time. I think it would be a little harder for them to unmembership you, though, but it does appear that it has happened. And maybe it's just that his wife got a hold of it and, like, charged it off and didn't know what it was. I don't know. We don't know yet. Next is Astrodome. It does say upgrade to Thunderdome. Right on, man. I feel like there should have been something before Thunderdome. Thunderdome needs to be a little more grandiose, I think. We don't need another hero, right? Isn't that Thunderdome? You want to hear me sing Tina Turner? I'll do it better than her. Behind the biodome. That's awesome. That's awesome. My plans to move to Tennessee from Florida eventually always has been my want to go place. Justin, man, I think it's a great place. I think you should come here first, right? Have you been here? And there's drastically different places in Tennessee, right? Nashville, like when we came here and the first time we went to Nashville, it's very much like California, right? If you go to the shopping malls, it's like the same developer put the exact same shops there. People are like, wasn't it a culture shock? It wasn't, not at all. We were very ready for this out in rural Tennessee. But when we needed to go shopping or we wanted to go someplace that, you know, it's just like California without the traffic and without all the bullshit. But come here, right? If you're East Tennessee is fucking beautiful. Costs a lot more. But like the Smoky Mountains, Gatlinburg area, and don't like it. You could totally live in Gatlinburg, but it's very expensive, right? Pigeon Forge, beautiful. All that area, man, amazing. Idaho is beautiful. I like to be rural. Florida just isn't it. Love Middle Tennessee. I have to upgrade, but I'll have to do something other than this iPhone. Yeah, there's some bullshit. YouTube told Apple, hey, we need access to whatever. Apple told them, fuck off. And that's why you guys are having problems with the iPhones. And I want to be like, get rid of your fucking iPhone, but I'm actually probably about to buy 3 iPhones. Just because all my creators and everybody in my building, just so we can fucking airdrop shit. Like, I can't text a video, I can't message a video that's over like 90 seconds. But the Apple does it all day long. Plus all of our products in here. I'm on a fucking Apple right now on a big giant iPad. Thunderdome, big song and video was California by Tupac with, love it, right on. Right on. We're about to remake some Tupac songs. I'm bringing NWA back. I know, Tupac wasn't NWA, I'm well aware. Great Wolf, look into Pauly Shore's mom. Without her, we wouldn't have comedian we do today. Shiny and chrome. Tijuana was the most beautiful place I've been. I don't know about that, buddy. I do not. We spent a lot of time looking for the donkey show. We never did see a donkey fuck anyone. We were looking for women, but we didn't see a donkey anywhere. We saw a lot of donkeys painted as zebras outside the strip club. We never saw them inside. You get in the taxi and they're like, yeah, we got you. And they never did take us to a donkey show. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. What's cost of living like where SOE is located? It's very low. This was the most impoverished county of all of Tennessee 3 years ago. I don't know where we rank now. Money goes far here. There are no jobs to be had here. So you need to come here with some kind of business, and you can live like a king, but there's not a lot of work here. Chickens on cocaine. Hubby really wants to move to Tennessee. I'm up for it, but he wants a house, and I want the land. We can't seem to agree. So Amy, you can, maybe you don't know this, you can do both. It costs more, right? So you have to have more money to do the house and the land, house he wants, land you want, costs money. So you're gonna have to come down on the land, or you're both gonna have to come down, or you're gonna have to negotiate, right? I was in tiny homes today. I was in 12 different tiny homes. Fucking tiny home, right? A shed, $100,000 to $165,000. Beautiful, fucking beautiful. But they're 14 by 60 feet. A fucking shed. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. So I mean, it's totally doable, right? So if you buy the land, pay the land off, you can use the land as collateral, or even to collateralize a mortgage, right? You could lock it in. So it just depends how much you want. So ideally, come here, find some dude that's got 20 acres and be like, hey, we'll buy 5 acres and give us an option or lease us the other 15 until we can, do something where you carry the financing as soon as we pay off this 5. And then you can, once you have the deed for the 5, you can, or even 1 acre, 2 acres, whatever, you could use that as collateral, go to the bank and be like, hey, I want to buy this. Do you have 10% down? Do you have 20% down? Whatever you have. Be like, no, but I have these 5 acres. We'll lock this up as collateral, and then you can, take out a building loan against that, or whatever you want to do. Tijuana Hong Kong room, Uber from the walkover bridge. I haven't been in Tijuana in fucking 25 years, bro. Won't spend more than 60,000. Yeah, Angel. You're not going to get a turnkey. I mean, maybe you will, but it's not like these. But I am full confidence that you could build these for 50. So if you have the capability to do that, come here, build them for 50, and I'll help you sell them, and you give me $1,000 off each sale. We don't even have to split it or do it yourself. Like, you can totally, it's doable, right? LW Jacks upgraded. Right on, thank you. I now want to watch Biodome. Pauly Shores was a unique character. I was wondering what that was all about. Do your research. Second level membership. All right, I see it. I was up there last week in Camden, looking around for relocating. You're right, no jobs there. I know you mentioned years ago you were hiring, but didn't assume you still were. Jason S., did you come here? Did you come here? Did I talk to you? Have you ever been to Holiday, Tennessee? Is that far? So, Justin, when you go off the interstate, if you turn to the right, you're in Holiday. If you turn to the left, it's a little highway, and you run 35, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and you get to us, right? So, yeah, I've been to Holiday. Property seems to cost less there. They have less amenities there. Like to go to Walmart, you're probably going to drive here. But the property's cheaper there. And there's property, like a dude just bought I think he bought 120 acres out there. And I think he bought it for like $80,000. Like the property's there for sure. Work for a large truck stop as a diesel mechanic, and there's a location there. Justin, absolutely there is. There are 2 truck stops right there at our exit. And if you go up 2 more exits, there's another one. There are truck stops, pilots, and big truck stops all up and down the interstate, bro, as well as independent shops. Rob DeSantis saying the raid on Trump wasn't a raid. Are we missing something? Angel, I don't know, man. You got the ex-director of the CIA saying that he didn't say it in these words, but basically said Trump should be executed. I mean, who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? I was up there last week. Do you want a hotel room? People are weird here, right? You'll drive down the road and you'll see a car, it says for sale, but when you get out, there's no price on it. You have people here that are like, I don't use that internet, right? There's property here. You just have to get on the ground and spend some time here. I'll head back there tomorrow and stop by. Jason S., don't come here because you want a job. I was saying, did you come here is what I was asking you. If you want to come in and say hello, Monday's a pretty busy day. I don't even know that I'm going to be here tomorrow. I got to go somewhere. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, welcome to stop by. Stop by tomorrow. Maybe I'll be here. But every day is a very busy day. I do not have a position. I mean, it depends who you are. Like, if you want to come work for me, I've made 3 videos called Help Wanted and We're Hiring. I need you to watch those videos because that is what I'm going to get. Like, if you come work for me, like, we ain't hanging out. Like, you're going to work here, be an employee. You're probably not going to like it. When people say they want to work for me, I actually try to dissuade them from working for me. We're always hiring, but you're in an impoverished town here, right? You are doing manual labor, and I have people doing manual labor. Like, we have those guys. And they typically move here from other states. And usually they're running from something for the most part. But we have a very good crew right now. I need a guy to come pull weeds. That's like a $10, $12 an hour job, right? Pulling weeds. And it's dirty and it's hot, but it's 100% doable. But before we even talk about, hey, are you hiring? I need you to really, number one, take the time to watch those videos and then decide if you want to have that conversation. Nuclear MAGA, yeah. Yeah, no, Jason, I actually thought tomorrow was Monday. I have to go somewhere Monday. I don't know when that will be. I think Monday's the day we're doing it. I might be wrong on that. Should have reworded that. We can't agree on size of house, etc. He doesn't care about the land. I found 23 acres for an awesome price, but no house. I'm willing to park a trailer on it for now. Amy, absolutely. So there are tons of people who want to get out of the cities, right? So New York, California, they've sold their $400,000 house for $1 million, cashed out, come here, buy 100 acres of property, and then they find out that a contractor can't build for 3 years. So they've moved here in their, fucking Wolf Ridge trailer or whatever. Like, it's a cool trailer, but it's not insulated. It's a very low end trailer. They're all over the fucking dealership lots. They buy the biggest Ford or, you know, the biggest dually truck that'll pull it. So they buy a $100,000 truck. They buy a $75,000 trailer. They come here and then they're in shock that they can't have anybody build anything for 3 years. So they're literally living in these trailers, and then they buy like a shed and turn it into a tiny house, or they just use it for, you know, a living area, right? Those are all up and down. They're everywhere. There's thousands of them here, probably. I mean, I could definitely take you to dozens of them right now. So, I mean, people are definitely doing that. And I've said for my entire life, I could live in a tent if you gave me, you know, a steel building or a big garage. And there's tons of properties here that have that. So you could buy a property that has an outbuilding while it's not set up to live in. We have no codes and zoning in a lot of places. You could totally take a steel building. That's what I would do if you're like, what should I do? I would tell you throw down a slab, throw up a building, pull your RV or your trailer into the building, and then start building out or have somebody build out a living space in that building. And I mean, we can talk about that. Get a building that you can expand. When you're gonna build a building, build it wider than you think you need. Put your concrete further around so that you can have awnings on both sides. And the reason I say make it wide is because you might do a 60-foot wide building 40 feet long, and you can always add on to that end. So you could add another 40 feet. I would also tell you, buy a building taller than you think you need, right? So this building has 14-foot sidewalls. I have a loft upstairs, but it's a little low in some places, right? So I should, if I was gonna build this, I bought this building already done. If I was gonna build this, I would build 16-foot walls. And I would also run concrete further. And I would also tell you, you know, if they tell you you need 4-inch concrete, I would put in 6-inch concrete, or at least in certain places. So a lot of times I'll put a footer around and then the concrete here will be thin. But if you want to put equipment or you want to put like a lift or something, and you can always cut the concrete and put footers in too to do that later. I'm going to talk him into it. He married you for some reason. Remember what that reason is and give him more of whatever that is. I could live in a tent. I said it for years. Would you hire someone to work around the property, or would a position there involve a mixture of things? I've worked hard labor, all working life, construction, mechanic, tree service. Justin, man, we can talk. Is that who said was it you that said you were coming here? Was that you? Have you ever been to Holiday? I don't have a full-time, like I had 2 guys here doing full-time outdoor stuff. But outdoor, like, you know, you can get struck by lightning some days. Some days it's 105 degrees and some days it's 0 degrees. So, I mean, it is a combination of indoor work. A lot of people come here and they're like, I'll do anything, right? And you'll give them work and they'll do it the first couple days. They'll do what it takes to get the job, but they stop doing that stuff, right? They don't do it anymore to keep the job. A lot of people think it's beneath them. People don't realize, like when I'm like, hey, go pull weeds. I was pulling weeds 2 hours before you got here that morning, right? Like I do the exact same shit. You just might not see me do it. And you doing it means I can do what I do to make money to pay you. What would be a starter kit for YouTube style videos? Well, smart. I have $3,000 cameras. We have lights. We have microphones. 95% of the videos you see, I shoot on a GoPro Hero 10. And before that, I used a 9 and an 8 and a 7 and a 6 and a 5. Every time they come out with a new GoPro, I basically just get a new GoPro and still use some of my angles are still, I shot with an 8 and a 10 today. I have no microphones. I have this. This is literally what I shoot with. I can clamp this onto things, like the handlebars on the arms on the mower, or like I did tonight. I was mowing out in the dark, or the handlebar on the four-wheeler, like I did tonight. I was dragging hoses and moving sprinklers. I walk around. I was in Home Depot today, just like this. I was in antique stores. I was in restaurants. I was in Lowe's. I just carry those. And that's really all you need. That's like, you can start with that. That camera's $359. I would tell you to get at least 3 batteries and a triple charger, and a couple extra. Like when I go out the door, just on the property here, I have this, and I have one battery in my pocket. When we shoot over in the other building, we have this, and I have 2 or 3 batteries with me. That's what we shoot with. I've got our tripods. I have all that shit. We don't use it. We're about to start using it. We're buying some lights. They cost $750 a piece. We're buying a mixer, like an 8-track mixer. We're buying these badass mic. We're setting up a podcast room. Special paint on the walls, all kinds of shit. But you don't need that shit. We did Pulling the Thread podcast. We shot it. We had a video camera on a tripod. We videotaped ourselves. And then we ripped the video and uploaded it as a podcast. And that was the podcast. So any content you've heard from me, it's very minimal compared to anything anybody else is doing. Lots of people using fancy Sony cameras. Any reason why you prefer the GoPro? Because you can go buy a $2,000, $3,000 Sony camera, and then you need, you know, a $2,000 lens. And when you record in program mode, it doesn't look any better than this. Those guys that do that shit, they record in like a flat format. It comes out gray. When you look at it, you can't see any colors. You have to color grade it. When you put a color grade on the video is much bulkier and it takes way longer to upload. It also fucking bogs your computer down. It does a lot of shit, right? When you do that. I just don't need to. I don't need to. If I started recording with and I like those, right? They're DSLRs is what they are. They're digital, they're actually cameras, like a normal camera, but they now record video, right? That's what Brandel shoots with. Brandel's camera is probably $9,000, right? He shoots with the same shit Peter McKinnon uses. I don't have the bandwidth or the knowledge to make that look good. I'm sure Austin could. Again, it would take way longer to do it. If we went and started shooting with a $10,000 outfit, are you guys going to watch my videos more? I mean, where's my return for it? See a lot of people using fancy Sony. Okay, welcome to Thunder Brawl Dog. Thank you, man. Always look at work as it's just a little bit of work. Let's get it done. I think people get wrapped around the task. Justin, man, lately I spend more time, like when I'm going to go out the door, right? I've got earbuds in, I've got my phone, and I'm on YouTube I spend more time swiping through videos to decide what I want to watch than actually watching them. For the last week, I've been going outside without any earbuds. I get more work done, and I get the work done faster than if I have something in my head. And I find that, like, when I'm listening to audiobooks or podcasts while I'm doing a task, I'm thinking 20 other things also, and I couldn't tell you what any of the podcast was. So when I don't have something in my ear, I have a lot more creativity, and then I can pause and I can voice to text it to my phone, or I can voice it to text to private message to whoever is going to be involved in the project. And I'm getting a lot more stuff done, not watching social media. Woodland IFAX. Philip, I feel like we just ran Woodland IFAX, didn't we? Can somebody confirm that? I think we just made Woodland tear-off med pouches. Like last week, 2 weeks. Skynet wants you confused. Isaac, they actually say that they have done that on purpose, right? TikTok likes a 15-second video. The most viewed videos are 7 to 15 seconds. They are destroying your attention span, and it's happening to me. Compact ones, gotcha. When you're recording your daily work, how long does the GoPro 10 battery last? Well, I think it depends on temperature, but I feel like I get more than 30 minutes out of them. You could look online and it'll tell you. Like, here, I'll bet you, yep. I got one in my pocket right now. And anytime I come inside, I take the camera, I take the battery out of the camera and pop a fresh battery in the camera. Yeah, I just got a text for those Woodland IFACs last week. There we go. So we did them. They sold out. Send me an email and we'll look at doing another run, maybe a small run. Gotcha. Kind of like drone videos in D-Log. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Charlie. It's D-Log. That's exactly what's going on. Gotta log off, go to bed. I am on East Standard Time to visit my grandfather in the hospital. Dan, man, get some rest. While you're laying there and you have a bunch of thoughts running in your head, like, cause this, I'll be fucking laying there and just thinking, and I'm like, no. And I picture myself sliding, like, close out the window, close out the window. And I'm like, no. And if I am laying there and I'm trying to sleep or I need to sleep, that's when I never sleep, right? So you can put on like, you can put on sleep music. Just type in sleep music in any podcast app or on YouTube. And they'll have like thunderstorms or rain or waterfall music. Because I feel like when some sound, or white noise, right? You could do white noise. When a sound is in your head, it keeps you from filling the head with thoughts, so you kind of go to sleep. You could also look at, and don't do this all the time, right? You can look at melatonin. You could look at, Gero Laboratories makes a sleep aid. A bunch of companies do, that will help you to rest. Magnesium helps. You could take Sudafed, like Benadryl. Don't take Sudafed. I'm about to fuck you up. Benadryl. But I find that Benadryl, Tylenol PM, puts me to sleep way more than Benadryl does. Just a single Tylenol PM. But if I take Tylenol PM, I will never get up by 4:30. I could take Tylenol PM tonight and sleep all the way till noon or 2 o'clock tomorrow. If I do get up, I'm like brain fog fucking half the day. So just be aware of that. I am not my thoughts. This is not my mind. It helps you fall asleep. Larry, SOE will rebuild about 15. It's a little bit more than $15 now. I don't see Larry's question here. I don't see anybody named Larry. So what you need to do is get on my website, and there's a belt rebuild thing there. You're going to just send me an email and tell me that you need your belt rebuilt. Tell me what's up with it, and then I will give you directions on how to do that. We will rebuild the belt, depending what's up. Definitely buying a second one. If you like hot tea, sleepy time tea, because it has what's in sleepy time tea? What's that herb that helps you fall asleep? Not echinacea. Valerian root helps you fall asleep too. There's valerian root in most of the supplement companies' sleep aid. Upgraded. Amy Lynn, welcome. Chamomile, that's it. Chamomile. Everybody knew but me. TikTok built the best algorithm and is the most addictive. LW Jacks, so here's what a lot of people don't notice, right? When you go to TikTok and you back out of it, it takes you to fucking TikTok. You have to back out of it 3 times. And when you turn the volume off and you go to back out, it turns the volume back on. And Instagram Reels has become absolutely insane. If you look at the page to see recommended Instagram Reels, every one of them looks like it's a fucking naked chick or a chick with her tits out. They are literally like showing a thumbnail of something close in that makes you think that it is a naked chick. And half of them are naked chicks, right? It's just fucking zoomed in on a chick's crotch or something. Fucking, it's crazy. I'm surprised they're allowing that to happen, but it's about keeping you on platform. I have tinnitus, constant ring. Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. I'm still drowsy the next morning with Benadryl. Tylenol PM knocks me the fuck out. It's a catalyst, or the Benadryl that they're putting in Tylenol PM is better than just generic Benadryl. Chamomile. If the world was going to end tonight, what would you do? What does that mean? Like we're all gonna blow up tomorrow? We're all just gonna blow up? I don't know. I'd probably try to find Cody, who's near here somewhere, and I would let him do whatever he wants to do. I would tell him I love him, and I would just do whatever Amanda and I do all the time. I mean, like, I'm at peace. Like, I am doing exactly what I want to do right now. Amanda might not be doing exactly what she wants to do, but Amanda is doing what she wants to do. Like, we have a ton. Like, we have fucking 200 packages of pineapple that's about to turn, right? It's about to kind of get fermenty. So we're processing it as fast as we can. I see that she's unloaded the freeze dryer, so she's probably about to reload the freeze dryer. The dehydrator's full, and we're about to probably take all that shit out, dump all the liquid out of it, and put it into Ziploc bags in the freezer. And we're probably gonna sleep in the morning, and she's gonna ask me, what do you wanna do tomorrow? And I'm gonna say, I don't care, whatever you wanna do. And she's gonna go, well, I just, whatever you wanna do. And I'm gonna go, if you don't fucking choose, we're gonna do nothing. And we're probably gonna sleep in. And she's probably gonna get up before me, although I might get up at 4:30, I don't know. And when I get up, I go, what do you wanna do? She's like, I'm hungry. Okay, where do you wanna eat? She's gonna be like, you know I want fucking sushi. So we're probably gonna drive to Jackson and get sushi. And we'll get that. That's what's gonna happen tomorrow probably. I promise, we're doing exactly what we wanna do. There are no naked chicks on my TikTok, my IG, probably because I'm a chick. Probably. Okay, so something disconnected and we were down. Are we live? Can you hear me? Bueller, anyone? I want a Mexican radio. I can hear Monica. All right, guys. I'm gonna go make a drink. And I'm going to take all my footage and dump it onto a hard drive and answer emails. I don't think I've even looked at an email today, so I'm going to sit down and just go through my emails. Roger. Katie2RDH. Is that a ham call sign? Great Wolf, what's up? Hey, they released some new GMRS radio. It's about $150. I think it's by Baofeng, but it looks more like a digital, right? One of the digital ICOMs or digital Yaesus. Pretty cool. I watched the dude make a video. I think I'm gonna order some, and then I'm gonna totally remake his video. We'll give him credit for it. I'm like, if you want all the factual information, here's the dude that actually did the video. But I think we're gonna start doing those. Just kind of, I watch videos all the time, and I'm like, we could totally do this video better. And I think we're gonna do that. And then take the product and actually start doing giveaways with it. Like the Jeep truck. Black Cherry Propel Gin. Well, that sounds fantastic. That sounds like what Amanda drinks, except she uses... I like Hendrick's gin. You like Hendrick's? Aaron Mankey talks about Hendrick's gin. I'm a fan. But she uses vodka. Come on, funny feelings. Cheers. All right, guys, I'm out. Everybody have a wonderful night. In for radio stuff. I'm going to be printing hats for most of tomorrow. Awesome. Great Wolf. I will talk to you soon, buddy.